Hey friends, this is Brandi. Welcome to another story behind the stamp for the Leading Ladies series for Ellen Hutson. I'm really excited about this one. I think I say that every time, but last month we did, or not last month, last release, so month before last, Ellen and I did a Facebook Live, and there was a question about which of the leading ladies were our favorites. And I mentioned that, well, the Crafty Lady totally has my heart. An upcoming set of ladies did as well, and I'm sure that there will be a lot of ladies that I feel that way about, but I was talking about these two for the April release, and so that would be the Everyday Hero Lady and the Hot Mess Lady. These two are so, I don't know, they're near and dear to my heart, but I feel like they say a lot about what this entire series means to me as its maker, and what I'm kind of seeing put out there in the cards designed using them. So let me tell you about these sets. Just up front, like every Leading Lady release, there are the stamp sets and the coordinating dies, and I'll tell you more about those as we go. I want to start with the Hot Mess Lady, and I'm starting with her because she was actually in some of the original talks that we had about the possibility of this series. I kept thinking about the fact that we can be amazing, creative, capable, beautiful, busy ladies and be a little messy sometimes, all the time, whatever that looks like. That life isn't perfect and our hair falls out of place and we throw on an oversized sweatshirt and we get done what we need to get done. I also wanted the element of rest because I think that rest is really hard for leading ladies especially, but all ladies. And so this leading lady is all about kind of getting in there, doing the work, but being her beautiful, flawed self. She is one that's just kind of the top portion of her, so we could fit in more fun sentiments and accessories. And so her poor little messy bun is completely all over the place. She has a planner, a little agenda there, a to-go cup, so this could be maybe for her coffee, her smoothie, her tea, whatever that looks like. There's a little energy bar as she's trying to make a meal of it midday maybe. A pencil, a marker, a donut. I needed her to have just a sweet, indulgent snack. Some file folders, a calendar. So these little boxes are big enough, and I'd intended to do it. I'm realizing I didn't on my cards, but you could put some little check marks and X's in there. And then she has a ton of phrases. A lot of these sentiment stamps are going to fit inside that sweatshirt right there, which is one of the reasons it's good. It's a little bit larger. I love those, all of those sweatshirts that are out right now that have the sentiments. You can kind of wear your words. You can show people as you walk around how you're feeling, what you're thinking, put forth a message. So a lot of them, like, may your coffee have coffee, the best ladies rest, list making is my cardio, I tried, bless this mess. Those will fit inside of here or can be put outside. There's some larger sentiment stamps as well. Messy bun and getting stuff done. We might be a mess sometimes, but at least we're a hot mess. You don't have to be perfect. You're flawsome. So we're awesome, flaws and all. So this is the Hot Mess Lady. She's funny. She's honest. I had so much fun working with her, and I actually can't wait to pair some of her accessories and sentiments with previous ladies as well. I think that they fit, even if you're not going for that kind of messier look in the lady. I feel like these sentiments can be woven into all the ladies really well. So that's going to be my next step. The other lady for this month is the Everyday Hero Lady. So I'd been feeling the inspiration for her for a while. If you saw a card that I made earlier this year for Ellen, there was a lady that I put a cape on, a fabric cape, and I kept thinking about how amazing it would be to have a Hero Lady stamp with the cape built in, because I think they were all heroes in our lives in one form or another. So there are some great superhero qualities, like being able to fly, being able to move a mountain, seeing through walls, fantastic. But I feel like there are heroes in our lives, like our mothers and our sisters and our friends and our daughters, who show up for us and do amazing things that we can look up to, and just remember to eat lunch on a busy day. Like, I think sometimes that's really kind of heroic. This is like everyday heroics. We don't get mad and yell at the person in line who says something awful at us. We apologize when we do something wrong. So that's who she represents. Her shirt will hold a number of sentiments. You can tell she doesn't have a lot of other accessories. It's more about the sentiments and the titles. So we've got mom, daughter, friend, sister, niece, aunt, grandma. We've got a grand and a little hyphen so it can be put in front of aunt or niece so you can build a little bit more. Other phrases like here to help, kindness matters, I'll be there for you, and of course, everyday hero. And then she's got kind of a fill-in-the-blank sentiment. This one has some sentiments on the stamp set already that you can add into that blank, and it's good to go for the card or however you're using it. Thank you so much for showing up, being you, caring, remembering everything. But you could also fill that in with anything else that you wanted to put there. I think there are a lot of great stamps that have sentiments that could fit in that space, or you could handwrite it. So very versatile, but she's ready to go. She's got her sneakers on, and I mean, sometimes don't we all kind of need a cape and a crown? You know, we just want to be recognized for being kind of amazing. So this is the Everyday Hero Lady. I mentioned before, they do have dies. So this is the die set for the Hot Mess Lady. The Everyday Hero Lady obviously did not have as many, she doesn't have a lot of accessories, but in her die set she's got these really great little add-ons, this little burst, a heart, and a star, and I use those in my cards so I can show you. Just great additions for building with these ladies. So let me show you the cards that I made with them. Now I made a huge stack actually. This isn't all of them that I made. I've got some that I have to save because I'm doing some special projects with them, so I'll share them probably later on in the month, but just a quick overview of some of the things that I've done. This one was, I think that, gosh, it might have been Michelle. There was someone who inspired this one with another card they made using another leading lady, and I will find it, I promise, and I will make sure that credit is attached. But using one of those little spinner tracks from one of Julie's sets for Ellen, I've got this donut quit your daydream, and she's holding her donut. And she's kind of got all of these things running through her mind. So her files and her planner and her coffee just kind of all will move around that track. I also cut with an X-Acto knife little slits in her bun and slipped that little pencil in there. So it's kind of like her pencil is holding up her hair. I always thought that looked amazing. It does not hold up my hair. I feel like that might be a myth or maybe something people with really beautiful thick hair can do, but I love that aesthetic. For this one, I used the Everyday Hero Lady. I also kind of bedazzled her crown. You'll see I've done that a lot. It's so fun that those little gemstones fit in there perfectly. And I used the burst this time, and instead I just kind of used the relief that it created to fill in these little kind of starburst bubbles of everything that she is. So she's an everyday hero. She's a mom, she's a friend, she's a daughter, she's a sister. She's actually way more than that, but I can't fit it all on one card. So that's a fun way to put that die to use and have something underneath it. I've got, so the Flossom sentiment is one that I love because I feel like it highlights the fact that flaws are not necessarily bad. I mean, they give us room to grow, they make us unique and show us who we are, we learn from them. So the best ladies rest, and then that Flossom sentiment. And this is my first time trying to color gray hair because if you have seen any of the other videos, I'm still learning some coloring skills. Some things get better, some things get a little worse, so I'm going to keep practicing. But it was so fun to try out a new color of hair there. Of course, I've got some really simple ones because that's just what I gravitate to as a maker and as a newer card maker. I wanted a stash of these to keep because I think these are going to be great cards for my friends, little pep talk cards, especially when they're going through something that just feels, you know, not like a big crisis, but just a heavy to-do list week when you need a little pick-me-up. I want a stash of cards for that. So I made some simple ones. I love this, and I need a sweatshirt that says, I tried. I really need one. So I might have to make that next. Messy bun and getting stuff done. This lady, may your coffee have coffee. You can see her calendars are just stacking up. And I kept it really simple so that it could be for any situation. I've used the Everyday Hero Lady set to make another one of the kind of color in cards. I did this with, I think it was the Baker Lady, but I love it. I want to send this one to my niece. Hopefully she does not see this before I get it to her. But I've kind of popped out those little stars that I cut out just to give them a little dimension. And then I've kept this one flat. It's adhered directly to the card base, but just the black and white stamping so that she can actually color it in when she gets it. So it's a card and kind of an interactive piece. And then another simple one, thank you so much for being you. And this is a friend stamp. I like to make use of all of the pieces that I'm cutting out when I do this. So I took those little bursts that I cut out when doing this relief one and actually added them around this card here just to give it another pop. And then I started mixing the stamps. I usually mix the sets a lot more, but I've made so many cards and I've mixed them on the other ones a lot that I didn't kind of give myself enough room, but I started to on this one. So here's the Everyday Hero Lady. List making is my cardio, and she's gotten some of those things floating around her. This is her domain, I like to think. So she's getting things done and being the hero of her to-do list. So yeah, I love these sets. I think that you're going to get so much use out of them. I'm already trying to figure out which of the previous ladies' accessories I want to pull out to use with all of them. So I'm planning to do another big pile of cards soon. I think you're going to do amazing things with this set, and I can't wait to see what that looks like. So this is the Everyday Hero Lady and the Hot Mess Lady, and they are available now with Ellen Hutson, and I can't wait to see how you use them. Thanks for watching.